Episode 7: Stabilizing the Emergent Self, when you know you've upleveled. If something in you feels settled but irreversible, like there's no going back, this episode is for you. There comes a moment on the path when the question changes. Not am I awakening? Not am I doing this right? Not even what's next. But something quieter, steadier, unmistakable. I know. Not as a belief, not as hope, but as gnosis, direct. This episode is about that moment, and more importantly, how it stabilizes. Because awakening may be dramatic, but embodiment is stable and subtle. And stabilization is not fireworks, it is settling into truth, into your... When the self emerges, what actually changes? Upleveling is not an idea. It is a system-wide recalibration, mentally. The obsessive seeking quiets. The mind stops scanning for threats or missing pieces. You think less but more accurately. Inner dialogue becomes functional instead of compulsive. Thought becomes a tool, not a tyrant. You still plan, but without anxiety. You still reflect, but without looping. The mind returns to its rightful role, servant, not master. Emotionally, emotional waves still rise, but they pass cleanly. You feel without drowning. Triggers inform instead of hijacking. Reactivity gives way to response. Joy feels cleaner, not euphoric, not manic, but spacious. Grief feels honest, not overwhelming. Sadness no longer threatens your identity. You stop fearing emotions because they no longer define you. Emotion becomes energy in motion, not a verdict of who you are. Physically and somatically, your body begins to catch up. Breath deepens naturally, sleep patterns adjust, appetite recalibrates, tension releases in layers. The nervous system recognizes safety not as an idea, but as a lived state. You inhabit your body more fully. Presence moves from concept to sensation. This is the body remembering. We survived, now we can live. Psychologically, the internal tug-of-war ends. Fewer inner contradictions, less second-guessing. Decisions feel guided, not forced. You trust your perception again. You don't need external validation to move. There is a growing sense of, my path is my path. My path lights up under my feet. Or, my path pulls me. And with that comes humility, not superiority, not I know more, but I am aligned with my truth. The science and mysticism of stabilization. From a scientific perspective, coherence becomes measurable. Heart-brain coherence increases. Nervous system exists. Survival loops. Cognitive load decreases. Perception sharpens. From a mystical perspective, this is the self taking the wheel, sitting firmly in the driver's seat. The oscillations between coherence and decoherence slow down, then inevitably stop. Not because life stops challenging you, but because you stop fragmenting in response. You become one signal. Time feels different. You no longer experience time as linear pressure. You feel less urgency, less regret, less fixation on when. You experience time as fluid, responsive to presence and vibrational states. You notice something extraordinary. Your energy shapes outcomes in real time. You realize that reality is possibilities, that your observation collapses into definitive matter or things. Not magically, but vibrationally. When you are coherent, events align, synchronicities multiply, opportunities meet readiness. Preparation and opportunity finally shake hands. Observation replaces judgment. You watch more, you react less. People reveal themselves without effort. Situations clarify without forcing. You stop moralizing energy. You stop with the incessant mental commentaries. Instead, you simply read it. This neutrality is a sign that as you see reality for what it is, you also accept it as it is. You release the need to control it and instead flow with it. You understand the interconnectedness of everything and your place in the whole. The illusion of separation is dead, and a new perspective of reality is birthed. You understand alignment feels expensive. Misalignment feels constrictive. Obstacles signal recalibration, not punishment. Perspective becomes power. From survival to creation. This is the most pliable sign you've upleveled. You stop living against life. No more frantic fixing, no more proving, no more dissociation into past or future. You create from presence, not pressure. You collaborate with life instead of trying to manage or control it. And slowly, steadily, unmistakably, creation replaces coping. If you feel yourself nodding instead of questioning, if your body recognizes this more than your mind, pause the video, take one breath and say quietly, I allow this to complete. How to maintain this state without clinging? Not through effort, through honesty. Notice when coherence slips. Correct gently, not harshly. Return to the body. Return to the breath. Return to truth. You don't chase this state, you live from it. Stabilization is not holding on, it's allowing what's already here to unfold organically. It's stopping all interferences and dropping distractions and noise which were creating static and jamming your signal. What the merge actually requires? The conditions for emergence to complete. The merge between who you were and who you are becoming does not happen through force. It happens through space. This phase asks for something deceptively simple and profoundly courageous. Spaciousness. The emergent self cannot take root in a crowded inner world. It requires less mental noise, fewer distractions and inner clutter, reduced stimulation and static, fewer compulsive inputs, not as deprivation, but as reverence. Spaciousness is not emptiness, it is an invitation welcoming the emergent self. What is emerging needs a clean space to land. Less noise, more signal. As the signal stabilizes, your tolerance for noise drops naturally. Performative conversations drain you. Endless information feels heavy. Drama registers as static. Distraction becomes obvious. This is not withdrawal, it's discernment. Your system is prioritizing coherence. Courage and bravery, the quiet kind. This phase requires a specific form of courage. The courage to stop interfering. The bravery to not rush clarity. the willingness to not go back to comfort, the resolve to let identities dissolve without replacing them prematurely. This is not heroic courage, it is existential bravery. To trust what is unfolding without guarantees. Allowing organic evolution. The merge completes when you stop trying to optimize yourself. This evolution is organic. It has its own intelligence, its own timing, its own rhythm. You are not behind, you are not late, you are not missing anything. You are unfolding from the inside out. Collective support and morphic resonance. This emergence is not happening in isolation or in a vacuum. You are stabilizing within a larger field. As more individuals complete this phase, the collective signal shifts and strengthens. The environment becomes more supportive, old structures weaken inexorably, new possibilities stabilize, and momentum becomes obvious. This is morphic resonance in action. Your coherence contributes to the whole, not by effort, but by being. You are not just supported by the collective. As part of it, you are helping recalibrate it. The final allowance. At this stage, the question is no longer what should I do, but what can I stop doing? What falls away now are over-managing, over-explaining, over-performing, over-identifying with struggle. What remains is presence, clarity, trust, a steady signal. The merge completes quietly, and then, unmistakably, you live from it. The pool of purpose. When becoming becomes inevitable. At this stage, something unmistakable begins to happen. Not urgency, not pressure, not ambition, but pull. A quiet, undeniable gravitational force toward your becoming. You are no longer seeking purpose, purpose is seeking you, reframing the entire journey. What once felt like chaos begins to reorganize itself in hindsight. The losses make sense, not as punishment, but as liberation. The delays reveal themselves as calibration. The suffering reframes as initiation. The solitude becomes preparation. You don't romanticize the pain, but you no longer resent it. You understand what brought you here without bitterness. And that understanding frees enormous energy. The fading of resistance. Resistance doesn't disappear through willpower. It fades because it is no longer useful. You don't fight the old self anymore. You don't argue with fear. You don't try to convince yourself forward. The system simply stops pushing against itself. This is onboarding, not effort. Like being gently seated into a role you were always meant to inhabit. Responsibility without pressure. Something subtle but profound awakens. A sense of responsibility without burden. You feel it as gnosis, not obligation. You know your coherence matters. You know your stabilization ripples outward. You know your embodiment contributes to the collective field. And yet, there is no savior complex. No urgency to convince, no need to explain. You don't carry the world, you participate in it consciously. You embody new possibilities and affect the collective simply by being. Collective awareness without collapse. You fully realize something quietly revolutionary. You are not evolving alone. Every stabilized nervous system helps regulate the whole. Every embodied self strengthens the morphic field. Every individual emergence makes it easier for others to follow, not because you lead, but because you anchor. This is how we evolve together without force, hierarchy, or pressure. If you are in this phase, support is not about fixing. It's about holding coherence while the system settles. This is where gentle guidance, mirroring, and regulation matter most. The quiet knowing. At this point, explanations following. You no longer need to justify your choices. You no longer wait to be understood. You no longer ask permission to take space. You are being carried by something larger, and you are participating willingly. This is not destiny imposed. This is destiny accepted. Final integration note. If you are feeling this pull, trust it. Don't dramatize it. Don't rush it. Don't explain it. Let it guide your next steps. One true movement at a time. You are not late. You are not early. You are right on time. And your becoming matters. Not because you're special, but because you're here. The quiet confirmation. There is no ceremony, no trumpet, no final exam, just a deep, calm recognition. This is my frequency now. And from here, you trust the process that brought you to this state of being. You trust yourself, you trust your path. You collaborate within and without. The observer, the observed, and the act of observing soften into one. If this resonates, you already arrived. Subscribe for the next episode in this series, The Art of Embodiment. Share this with someone stabilizing into themselves and comment, I am here, because you are. Not becoming, not preparing, arriving. And stabilizing as the being you were meant to be. Welcome home. The fire rises, the frequency calls. Enter at your own shift. Final reminder. The merge does not announce itself. It feels like relief, simplicity, quiet confidence, a steady yes to life. And from here, creation becomes natural. Not because you're trying, but because you finally aligned enough to allow it. On this final note, don't forget to download your free ebook when you subscribe, Energy is Everything, using science and spirit to master vibrational reality. It is also available on Amazon for your convenience.